Hello, everyone. Sensei Victoria Whitfield here with 10 minutes of inspiration. Counting down. Let's go. So, I received some intuitive guidance to go live here and share 5 telltale signs that you will not reach your goals. So, I'm an energy master coach and I work with high performing business owners who are struggling to make more money, maybe because they're afraid to take time off to work on the business, right? Or they're struggling to take things to the next level because they have a challenge at home, like maybe a health challenge or some relationship challenges, and they need their energy cleared so that they can take things to the next level. And they come to me for that. And what I do is show them how to meditate in a certain way so that they can work less hours yet make more money. And from my research, now I'm entering year 12 this coming month. Woo, yay! Celebrating year 12 beginning this December of 2021. I've seen that there are 5 telltale signs that if you, as the high performer, you're not going to reach the goals that you've set for yourself. And so, and by the end of this, I want to share with you a very simple phrase, and you could post it in the comments. You'll be able to fill in the blank on, in order to play bigger, you must blank bigger. Okay. So I'll fill that in by the end of this live, but stay tuned. So, with that, 5 telltale signs you're not going to reach your goals. Number one is, well, this actually, number 5, we're counting down from 5. Number 5 is you don't know what you want. You simply haven't decided. So, okay, maybe you have ideas and goals and minds and desired outcomes and results that you would like to see in the world. But if you haven't really decided, right? And decide, for those who study the word, like who study etymology of words, you understand that decide comes from incision, which means to cut. If you haven't really cut off the other options that you've been considering, you haven't really articulated and chosen a goal in particular. Maybe you think you're goal oriented, but you haven't really chosen one in particular. Now, by the way, if that's you, where you're like, you know what, I don't know what I want. When people ask me, what do you want, or what are you here for, or what's your ask, I don't know what to say. Type in the comments number 5, right? Just put the number 5 in the comments if that's you. Because if that's the case, if you don't know what you want, you haven't decided yet, chances are, well, you might not hit your goal. You just haven't decided yet. I know that sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how many people that come to me have this exact issue. So if that, type number 5 if you're a 5. You just don't know what you want. No shame in the game, just having clarity. Number 4, right? 4 out of 5 telltale signs that you're not going to reach your goals is actually you don't see it for yourself. Whereas number 5 is you don't know what you want. Number 4 is you don't see it for yourself. So yeah, maybe you have goals. You're like, yeah, I'm going to hit my first or my next $100,000 month or $100,000 day, right? And you wrote that and you can see, and you are you've decided that that's what you want, and you don't see it for you. Maybe you see it for your mentors or for the other people around you, but for whatever reason, when you think about you, there's this, maybe the imposter syndrome starts to come up, and you're like, oh, maybe it's not in the cards for me, but I'm going to try, or I'm going to try and BS myself into thinking that I'm able to do it. This is a lack of belief in oneself, and be kind to yourself. If you're a number 4, if you don't see it for yourself, you can't see yourself having your next $100,000 month or $100,000 day, type number 4 in the comments below if that's you. So number 3 out of the 5 telltale signs that you're not going to reach your goals is you don't say it out loud, right? You keep it to yourself and wrap yourself up in a do it yourself kind of trap of I'm going to figure this out. I have a goal, right? I know what I want. I want my next $100,000 month and I see it for myself. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And you don't tell anybody about it. Maybe you're afraid to, or maybe you think if it is to be, it's up to me, right? Anything the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. Napoleon Hill, right? That's a quote from Think and Grow Rich. So if I'm going to conceive of it, I'm going to be the only one that's going to do it. It's got to come from my own muscle power and my own control. So I'm not going to say it out loud, or I'm afraid to say it out loud. Maybe you're not around people who you feel safe vocalizing about your goals because maybe they're going to look at you like kind of cross-eyed, like, are you serious? $100,000 a day? Who do you think you are? Kind of a thing. That actually is a telltale sign that you're not going to hit your goal if you aren't vocalizing your goal, not only to yourself, but also to the world around you. Um, Words create reality, right? And the more that you're able to speak it out, the faster it's going to happen. So if you're a 3, right, where you're not saying it out loud, type that in the comments below. Number 3. If you're not saying your goal, it's a sign that you're not going to reach it. So telltale 5, 2 out of 5. The second out of 5 telltale signs that you're not going to reach your goals is actually you don't feel it emotionally. And energy is emotion. Our emotions bring energy to our life. It's an energy resource that fuels us being able to pursue anything, right? To do the actions that we care about as we have that emotional energy, attachment, and even that physical energy as well that gets us connected to being able to focus. And if you don't feel it, right, this is number 2 out of 5, the second to last telltale sign that you're not going to reach your goals. If you don't feel it for yourself, that means there's nothing for you to connect and get energy, constant energy that you need to fill your tank so that you can make it to your goals. If you keep running out of energy, if you don't feel it emotionally, or if your goal doesn't jazz you up, it's a telltale sign that you're not going to reach it because you don't have the necessary fuel that you need to make it there. So if you don't feel it, right? If you're not passionate about your goal, number 2, type that into the comments below, is that you don't feel it emotionally and you don't have the physical energy. You don't feel the physical energy in relationship to your goal. And number 1 out of the 5 telltale signs that you're not going to reach your goals is that you're not being about it, right? There are no actions that demonstrate that your goal will happen. There are no actions, there's no activity behaviors to back up that you're in alignment with the goal. What does that look like? That can end up looking like you're all talk, but there's no actual focused actions that are moving the needle forward in relationship to your goal. So if that's you, type number 1. And so that is the final telltale sign out of the 5 telltale signs that you're not going to reach your goals. You're not knowing it. Number 5, you're not seeing it. You're number 4, no, you're not saying it out loud, which is number 3. You're not feeling it, which is number 2. And then you're not being about it, which is number 1. And the hardest part, actually, out of all of the above, believe it or not, is number 4. What I've found from treating hundreds of business owners over the last decade now, I've seen that it's the hardest part is being able to see it for yourself in the first place. Because, and here's the fill in the blank moment, the key to playing bigger is thinking bigger. If you want to play big, you've got to think on a bigger level, right? So you can fill in the blank. And that is precisely why this weekend, Sunday, December 5th, 2021, we're going to do a new moon workshop. We're going to bring in that manifesting positive energy of the new moon to set our next level vision. We're going to be visioning in particular how to make in one day what you used to make in 1 year. And together as a group, we're going to gather around that. If you're interested in being part of that group, make sure that you comment below New Moon, and I'll reach out to you in a private message with the information about how you could be in the room. So again, here we go. Looks like I'm here at time. Again, Sensei Victoria Whitfield, your journey partner in business, energy master coach for conscious business owners and entrepreneurs looking to scale up, right? Working less hours, but making more money because they know how to meditate in a certain way. We're going to be doing that at this week's New Moon workshop. Comment New Moon below if you would like to know more about that. Let me know what's on your mind. Otherwise, I'll see you on the other side. Mwah!